far as Yale, Jerry over there, he publicly announced, in fact, then it was in the paper, that he advised people around their water.
Okay.
Just last week.
Yeah.
And again, the caution now is these warm days, it's gonna fool you, and people are gonna shut these faucets off, and
Yeah.
I had 3 more people call me over the weekend.
Yeah. Well, I know it's an issue with people, and I know it's a hardship when that happens, but, I thought we weren't gonna have that severe weather this year, but
That's what I was kinda hoping.
February really hit.
Well, that's the thing, and so
Yeah.
we can think it's not gonna happen again next year.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, but there's nothing the city can do. We can't dig all the service lines up and insulate them or bury them another 4 feet down or 2
What about
feet.
placing straw over
Yeah.
top? I mean, would that help
Well,
any?
I
I
think,
know
We
there's
don't
gonna be a
know.
lot of straw.
We can't
but-
100% for sure where is it freezing at.
Over here.
When them lines run,
Okay.
how do I know where it's absolutely gonna freeze
I-
at?
yeah.
So-
Some people are freezing in the crawl spaces and they think it's out on the service lines. I've ran across a couple of them this year. You know, so I'm just thinking, I go back to good old days that, some people tend to freeze more than others, and this year there's been a couple that's never froze, according to them.
and they did freeze this year.
Yeah, so it's kind of common sense when you get them kind of temperatures for, a month straight. Something's gotta give, the
Yeah.
freeze.
So it's not just over here, I take it?
No, we got Cole Street, I got one on Main Street, I got, over on Maple, I'm not sure if they're thawed out yet.
And 2 businesses across the street.
I only know one business, that's the only one that contacted me.
Gas Becker's just froze up this week.
Oh, they
Again.
never called me. The vet was down for 2 weeks and they didn't call till the other day, my building, right? They called City Hall yesterday.
Yeah.
But then I talked to the owner or the father, Chuck, and he just, whatever you can do, Bart. So I said, I'll take care of it. I said, probably be tomorrow.
So what
He
can
said-
you do, Bart?
I'll just take water from a neighboring building with a hose. That's a guaranteed for now, and ride it out. You don't really have much of a winter left here, so hopefully.
Yeah.
Next week, it's gonna be in the 40s.
So if Gas Becker contacts you, you can do that for them as well.
Yeah, again, I gotta find a water supply source, so.
Okay.
On these commercial buildings, the sad thing is they do not have hose bibs hanging out like residential
Yeah, the
homes.
residential does, yeah.
And, so therefore I have to fabricate a unit up.
Okay.
Even on some homes I had to do that.
I'll let them know that if
Yeah.
they contact you, you can,
It can be done.
okay.
It's our responsibility to the meter, or is that from the?
Actually, our responsibility is upstream from the curb box. People think that meter is ours, but no,
Right.
you're responsible all the way to the curb box, the whole thing. And not knowing and 100% sure where it's froze at,
You don't know where it's at,
you know.
no. No. Okay,
Is it all copper downtown there, Bart?
Some is galvanized. The vet, I'm pretty sure it's copper into the building. Becker, I don't know. That could be iron. But I'm pretty sure the vet is copper.
okay.
So,
Okay, thanks.
Go on.
Thank you.
Comments from the city administration? Don? What?
I hope the camera's running, keep your water running.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Adoption or amendment to the agenda? I think we have 2 amendments.
Yes, I've done an agenda under new business number 3 regarding the board review, and under new business number 4, the police department.
We have a motion to approve it, then with the amendments. You have a motion to approve it with the amendments?
So moved.
Second.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes,
Sukas W. absent, Davis,
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Okay, the regular meeting minutes of February the 17th, we read them over, there's no changes, so I entertain a motion for that.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
support.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes,
Sukas W. absent, Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider.
for the presentation and approval of the February disbursements report in the amount of $226,163.34. Electronic wire transfers in the amount of $11,980.03. Any questions? I'll entertain a motion to approve that.
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Wilson,
Yes?
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lukastel is absent, Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Can I have a motion to communications on file?
Make that motion.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lukastel absent, Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider, Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes. We have one communications, the Knights of Columbus. Knights of Columbus Council 10501 would like to be included in the agenda for the March 3rd City Council meeting. The purpose is to request permission to hold a second MI Drive mentally impaired this March 27th and 28th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the main intersection in the town. And as you know, the Memphis Council holds their ML, or the mentally impaired drive in spring, and this year we are planning to hold a second drive in October. Do you have any comments or anything, or?
No, just have to get
Just wait for
approval.
approval? Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll entertain a motion then for.
I'll make a motion to approve. Support.
Lukastel absent, Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar.
Yes.
No unfinished business, and under new business, this is for the City Hall and Equipment Replacement Fund. And she said, I am requesting permission to put $800 of the remainder, what's left in the drywall flooring in the Purchase Treasury Equipment Replacement Fund to still be used for the flooring when the remodeling of City Hall is finished. The funds are now under the City Hall capital outlay. I think why we want to do that is that we were going to do the floor, but because of the pending construction, or reconstruction, I should say, we want to hold that off, but we still want the money just put in the equipment replacement fund, so therefore we can use it at a later date. We don't have to put it back in the general fund if we're through the fiscal year and then redo it. So, and the second one on here is requesting permission to put $1,810 in the Third Treasury Equipment Replacement Fund, which will find under the City Hall building inspect for an alarm system for the City Hall that was budgeted this year. That was also budgeted, but I don't think we should be doing that until the reconstruction's done, and then we can look at it at that time. So I think we probably should have if there's no further questions, a motion. We'll separate the motion. We'll make a motion, one for the 800 and then one for the other. Is there any questions?
Yeah, I do have a question. What if the auto remodeling isn't done before the new budget year?
It'll be in our equipment replacement.
Yeah, that's
They
the
don't
reason.
just roll over them?
Right.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, it'll be in there, and then we can, in other words, otherwise, what if it is left over goes back into the general fund,
Right.
then the next fiscal year, we have to rebudget. But if we do this, we don't have to do that, it's already there. Okay? So I'll entertain a motion on the $800 to first we put in the equipment replacement fund.
I make the motion to put the 800 into the emergency equipment and replacement fund.
Support.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lukastel absent.
Also now have a motion for the 1810.
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lukastel absent, Davis.
Yes.
Okay, the next one is on the change in the planning commission, and I'll say before I read this that I did discuss this with both Frank and Rick, and they agreed just for the change. And this is from Kurt Marner, the planning commission, and he's the recording secretary. I would like to make a request that Eric Snyder be appointed to the City Planning Commission as council representative. The reason that I make this request is that Eric was present through the process of developing the city master plan and has already put together the Parks and Recreation plan. He's familiar with the people that we dealt with through the process. I feel that he would be very beneficial to the planning commission, that he would continue to work on the implementation of the master plan with the planning commission, and I discussed this with Eric, and he would be agreeable with this appointment. And you did sit on all of that, and I think the next change they are trying to do is make the zoning now to be compatible with the planning, or with the master plan, so with that, then I entertain a motion then that Eric be placed on the planning commission.
I'll make a motion to put Eric, do what the planning commission recorder is asking.
Support.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W. absent, Davis,
Yes.
Parker.
Next on the agenda is the board of review change, and this is from Jane Rivera, our assessor, requesting to council that Dennis Borick replace Mark Farquhar on the board of review, and that Judy Weaver is appointed to the board of review as an alternate, date to expire in December 31st, 2015. Any questions or any comments, Jane?
In talking with Mark over this past year, he's been unable to attend the Board of Review sessions, both in schedule and health. And in asking him about that, he asked to be excused and to be replaced in that position. That hasn't been an issue to come to the council before this because we've had Denny as an alternate. As we come into the March Board of Review, which I'll remind you begins on Monday for the public appeals, Denny will not be able to attend. So that left us with just 2 members for the Board of Review and the possibility that at any given point in time we may not have a quorum. So we want to make sure that we have at least 2 people to hear the cases, and ideally 3 people in case there's a split decision on any issue. So by appointing Judy to fill the alternate position and having Denny replace Mark through the remainder of this year, it should satisfy our requirements and make sure that any appeals by the public can be heard.
Now, is Judy she's not on the board of review at the present time?
She's not presently. I'm asking to appoint her as an alternate position.
Okay, then I think what the motion then will request Denny Dorick to be placed on the board of review, and Judy Weaver be appointed as an alternate. So entertain a motion for that.
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W. absent, Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Okay, the next on the agenda is the replacement of the department, this is for the police department, it's the in-car laptop. Chief, I guess you should, or Frank, or either one of you should go.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, we've been having issues with our in-car dispatching laptops over the last several months. They're running under Windows XP, which is obsolete. They stopped updates with Windows XP approximately 10 months ago. So we are unable to download new software. We're having more and more issues with the motherboards, with computers. They are, from what I can understand, 6 years or older, in need of replacement. The replacement cost for a Panasonic ToughBook laptop, which is like what's in the vehicle now, can run from $3,000 to $5,000 per laptop. Looked at the alternative being a ToughPad, which is Panasonic's version of a tablet. Those are running upwards of $3,000. A little further research, I was able to locate Verizon Wireless, which we have cell phone service with, selling tablets that are compatible with the St. Clair County Sheriff dispatching system for roughly $500, then an additional $220 or so for installation of power and mounting docking for the tablet and keypad itself. So we were able to, on this request, instead of replacing the laptop at $3,000 to $5,000, the replacement would be roughly $700 to $800.
But we would have to get internet service or buy data
We currently have two Verizon Wireless LTD, 4G LTD cards that we just obtained in hopes that that would solve the problem from 3G, which did not work. I would have to find out if they're compatible in whatever way, but I know they can be transferred because it is off of a cell phone number, the internet service. And Verizon, this Verizon tablet has an internal 4G LTD.
Okay. So we're
And
not
this
gonna,
is this just for one card at the
this
point?
is for one
Yes,
tablet.
for
Just for
one
one
now as a
tablet.
test, to see if
As
it's
a
gonna work in the appropriate manner for the needs of the police department.
And it's only gonna add $10 a month to our bill?
That's
Or is
unclear.
that something
That's
different?
a possibility. I'm not sure. We may already be spending the additional monthly amount.
So that's basically what my question was, are we gonna have to spend more money for, you know, data service and stuff like that through Verizon, because now we just have phone.
Well, the laptops we have are probably 5 years old or something now, right?
I think they're 6. I think they're 2008, 2009 they were purchased. And I've been attempting to make repairs over the last several months to try to avoid obtaining new equipment, but it's becoming clear that they're in desperate need of replacement.
So you'll have a power supply, a keyboard, and then some kind of an interface then with all the extras, right?
Yes, yes.
Sounds like a great deal.
And I can install that myself.
Any further questions?
No?
Okay, then a motion for that, please?
Yeah, we'll make a motion to buy the one tablet for the total, approximate total of $722.79, but not to exceed $800 if there's extras.
I'll support.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Dukas W. Absent Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Just I just want to mention, anytime, I know this was an emergency, you couldn't do it, but if, anytime the purchases were, we have to read over a lot of stuff like this, if the committee, it could have, it go to the committee and have them recommend it, and then come to council and put it in the packet. It gives everybody more of an opportunity to question it,
Mhm.
and if there is a question, they can get it resolved ahead of time, and then it's much simpler. I know this was kind of an emergency, but if every administrator did that, I think it would help, so,
Understood.
okay? Okay, let's see, other new business. This would- Well, from the mayor, don't have much other than daylight saving time changes this weekend, so put your clocks ahead. So that's all I have. Oh, yes, I do have one more. Thank you for reminding me. We do have someone, I know the reserves did the snow removal, so on, and that's been temporarily suspended until we can get some issues resolved. But someone did come in and said they would help with snow removal if anybody needed it on the sidewalks and so on. So I'm just putting this out there and suggest that they call the city offices, and they will direct the call to who volunteers. Okay, that's all I have now. Robbie?
I don't have anything, thank you.
Eric, I know you do, so.
So when you got here tonight, there was a piece of paper in front of you. It says Bell River Bank Stabilization and Habitat Restoration, sort of at the last minute. Normally if we go for a grant, I would bring it to council before we even apply. I actually called the mayor up about it first and let him know that we had this opportunity. I think we found out about it over the weekend. The paper, I found out on Friday, and the paperwork had to be in on Wednesday. It's a small private grant. Nobody knows who the people are except for the DEQ or whoever the contact information was, so it's top secret, I guess. But luckily it's private money. They want to help out, and they told us this would be a perfect opportunity for us to go for some money. So we're asking for a lot of money, $214,000 for bank stabilization and habitat restoration on the Bell River here in the city's property. The new property behind the Museo Park, and some other stuff, cleaning up the burn pile area, site prep for the kayak launch, some trail improvement, and invasive species control, and who knows. hopefully we'll get some.
And it's not a matching grant, it's a straight out and out grant. And when Eric called me, we didn't have any time, because normally we bring this to council when we going for a grant. And since he had to have it in a timely manner, and since we didn't have to put up any money, he suggested we just go ahead with it. Whether we get anything on it or not, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know when the decision will be made, but do you know, Eric?
No, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be very long though, and one of the requirements was that it had to all be fit on one page. So that's why it looks like this, and you couldn't have like a detailed budget and, you know, a 5-page description of what you wanted to do. It's actually, we found out it's actually quite harder to fit it all on one page, but,
We
between,
condense it down so you can do it, right?
yeah, between the Bell River watershed and the DNR actually helped us, put this together and whittle it down. That's all I have.
Is that a different one from the erosion, the bank erosion?
The one that Sherry was going for?
Is
Or the one that I talked to you about?
Yeah.
This is the same thing, yeah.
That is, but remember in the lagoon area and
No, this
the
is
banks
separate.
of, this is something different.
That's the DNR grant that she got
Okay.
going, and it'll be, I think it's this spring or summer possibly, one or the other. And she's actually already applied for it, but I don't think they've actually gone through the grant, those applications. That's
Okay,
a
yeah.
little bit, I mean, it'd be great if we get, you know,
Yeah.
who knew that bank stabilization was gonna cost
Yeah.
almost $250,000? I know when she told me that, I was like, $250,000? We kidding? We could probably use like some trail improvements, but apparently it's very expensive. That's all I have.
Okay, Jason.
No, I'm all set.
Frank?
I have nothing.
Steph?
My only is, like to go out and say that we lost a fine man this last month.
You lost what?
Passing of our former mayor,
Oh,
Yes. Great
Laura
loss.
Kirkendall.
Yes.
Loss of one of our family, city historians as well.
Anything else? Have a motion to adjourn?
Unusual.